Welcome back to Angry Roads. I'm Dave.
I'm Suzanne.
And we're back to SCPs today. We're doing another one in chronological order. So we are up to SCP-004, colloquially known as the 12 Rusty Keys and the Door.
I'm excited.
It's a door. There's a picture of a door.
Yes. It sounds pretty self-explanatory.
Yes.
So if you have not been on the ride with us for the SCPs, this is probably our sixth SCP at this point.
Yeah,
seven,
7, 8.
You can see them all in the playlist.
Yes.
So the playlist is in chronological order, but sometimes we jump out of chronological order to do more popular SCPs.
And if you have any suggestions, if you're just new here, pop them in the comments below. We'll take a look, we'll read, and figure out when we can get to those ones for you.
Awesome. Shall we start?
Let's do it. Okay. SCP-004, object class is Euclid. So again, if you're doing the locked box test, Euclid is, if you lock it in a box, leave it alone, and you're not entirely sure what will happen, then it's probably Euclid. So that means it's sort of an anomaly that doesn't need containing per se, but you're not entirely sure that it's 100% safe, I suppose.
Yeah, is it not escaping because it doesn't want to, or is it not escaping because it just doesn't work that way?
It's incapable.
It doesn't have the capacity.
Yeah, correct. Who knows? So that is what this is. So shall I do the special containment procedures?
Yeah.
Okay. Special containment procedures. When handling items SCP-004-2 through to 004-13, proper procedure is vital. The items are not permitted to be moved off-site unless accompanied by 2 Level 4 security personnel. Under no circumstances should any other component of 004 be taken through 004-1.
Which is the door.
Presumably, yeah, correct. The effects of doing so are as yet unknown, and the current cost of experimentation makes further research impractical.
Okay.
Should any of the objects contained within 004-1 breach containment, or the facility be breached, the keys must be brought inside and the door closed prior to activation of Site-62's on-site warhead.
Seems like a lot.
Unauthorized removal of keys from the testing area is grounds for immediate termination. Level 1 clearance is required for basic access to 004-1. Level 4 clearance is required for use of 004-2 to 13.
Right.
Okay. So, I'm not sure. 004 must be all of them together.
Yeah, as a collective group, it is 004.
And so number 1 is the door, and I guess 2 to 13 are the 12 keys.
Yes.
Yeah, correct.
So at no point can the keys go through the door.
That's how it sounded, but
Because
they also said what they said was under no circumstances should any other component of 004. So I think they're saying don't bring the lock or don't take a piece of wood off of the thing.
I get you.
Nothing else. Or nothing from inside the room out.
From inside the room of the door?
Can't be taken through the door.
I get you.
So that could be in or out. That's the way it reads.
I get you. Yeah.
At least to me. But then they're saying if any of the objects contained within the door come out,
then activate the warhead.
Blow the place up.
Right. It's to kind of jump out of this SCP for a second.
Yeah.
These do read... Sorry, let me backtrack because you weren't there for that conversation.
No.
We had a recommendation that we should, when we're doing the favorites, we should jump ahead to the later ones because... and I compared it to old Simpsons and current Simpsons and how they feel different. And these do feel different. Yeah. Like the last one that we did was 5031, and it does read differently to this. Not better, not worse, just different.
Yeah. Different authors.
I don't even think it's that. It's a different kind of style altogether.
Also, this picture is labelled 00, so it's definitely
Oh, yes.
Dash 1 is the
I
door.
thought you saw that.
I had not seen that.
Oh, right. No.
Now I know.
Yes.
Okay.
I wasn't making an educated guess. I saw the picture.
Simple.
Used the eyes.
Yes, those eyes of yours. All right, description.
004 consists of an old wooden barn door, 004-1, and a set of 12 rusted steel keys, 004-2 through to 004-13. The door itself is the entrance to an abandoned factory in... There we go.
All right, we have a chronological history just the way you like it.
I do like it.
You love a chronological history. Okay.
Need to see the gaps.
0702 1949.
Okay.
A group of 3 juveniles trespassing on federal property near find the door. According to their testimony, they found a set of rusted keys in an iron lockbox and determined what door the keys unlock. The juveniles are taken into custody after they contact Sheriff and when one of their friends, 004-CAS01 goes missing.
Casualty 1.
Oh, okay, makes sense if that's what it is, yes. So someone went missing. You want to read the next? Should we swap like that or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the next day. So the 7th of the 3rd, 1949.
Next month.
Oh, the next month. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Local authorities find the severed right hand of 004-CAS01, 8 kilometers from 001-1. Other parts of, I'm just going to say Casualty 1's body are found scattered as far as 32 kilometers from the factory. Under interrogation, the apprehended juveniles tell authorities that upon opening the door with one of the keys, Casualty was torn into several pieces, each of which disappeared. At this point, the SCP Foundation takes over the investigation. So that's a little bit of lore then about the Foundation, because they've been around then since just after the Second World War.
I think they've been around for a long time.
Right, I get you. Yeah. I get you. So that would have been nice for you to tell us. I'm going to assume it's boys. That's nice. That would have been nice of you to tell us, boys, when you first told us your friend was missing, because I have been looking for him, and it turns out that he was
ripped apart
and then disappeared.
Yeah. Okay. 7th of April. So 0704 1949.
So it takes like a month. Okay.
Well, in these olden times, maybe that's when they do that.
Oh, that's when they just do the reporting.
Yeah. SCP agent obtains the keys from local authorities to begin testing. Tests show that 004-2 through to 004-13 all fit into a single lock on the large bar door. 12 Class D personnel are assigned to test the effects of the door. One of the 12 tests subjects, each trying a different key to enter the room. 12. One of the 12, yes, sorry.
Of the 12.
What? Of the 12? It's the same thing. Of the 12 test subjects, each trying a different key to enter the room, only 2 survive.
Wow.
Opening the door with any key except 004-7 or 004-12 caused the test subjects to be torn apart in multiple directions. However, no dismembered parts were found until later.
Oh, until later.
At the time of writing, only 2 parts of each subject have been recovered, with the exception of the subject using 004- whose pieces were scattered in close proximity. The others have, for all intents and purposes, vanished from existence. Of the 2 surviving subjects, only one, having used 004-7, returned unharmed. The other came back in a near catatonic state, able to only remove himself from the room and then collapse on the floor, and had to be restrained to prevent him from gouging out his eyes. See Appendix A, Mental Health Effects of 004. We shall check that out in a second. Mm-hmm. The subject using 004-7 said that he had entered a large room, impossibly big for the size of the attached building. After his exit, 004-1 was propped open and an armed squad of Level 3 personnel entered. The size of the room is impossible to measure, and the door frame and the individuals in the room are the only part of the room that can be felt or illuminated. Oh my.
The size of the room is impossible to measure, and the door
it's the only thing you can see
in the room are the only part of the room that can be felt or illuminated.
You just can't see any edges.
Right. They entered the TARDIS.
I guess so.
Oh, okay.
2 weeks or so later.
On the...
these are
backwards.
These are American.
Right, okay. Okay, so it is every
the
day.
next day.
Right,
yeah.
okay.
Apologies. We're Australian, so we read these differently, and the previous one was also in normal, or our version of the dates order, so now I'm confused.
Date then month, but now this one is month and date.
So these are 3 days.
Yes.
Makes sense.
So then on the 16th of July, 1949, the juvenile suspects and the sheriff are terminated. Also, I like the thought that you had this up on the screen and every American was like, doesn't that say...
Yeah. Well, anyway. Okay, you can do this one too because it was a short one.
Sure. On the 2nd of August, 1949... is declared a hazardous area due to unexploded ordnance.
Very clever.
Yes. And fences erected in order to prevent civilian ingress. Tests to determine safety of exposure to environment behind 004-1 begin.
January 12th, 1950. Right?
Yes.
Yes. Space-time anomalies resulting from exposure to 004 are confirmed. Testing is suspended until further notice. So that's quite a big jump.
Yes.
That's almost a full year.
Yeah, that's almost... I had to look at it. I was like, yes.
Yeah, and now they've blacked out the period. I'll keep going here. So
So they were testing on it, and they're like, this is... too advanced for us. We have no idea what we're doing.
Space-time anomalies are confirmed.
Yes.
So they're stopping because they don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
The 7th of February, the unaccounted for remains of 004 Casualty 1, that's from like 1949, appear unexpectedly outside 004-1. Despite being killed decades before, the remains of Casualty 1 are not decomposed in any manner and are still warm to the touch. Ugh. Blood remains uncoagulated. The remains are remanded for testing.
Right.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so 2 months later, on the 7th of the...
2 days later.
Oh, yeah, sorry, Australian. On the 4th of the 7th, the unaccounted for remains of one of the 12 original test subjects appear in a similar manner to those of Casualty 1. The remains have been designated Casualty 2. Records suggest that both Casualties 1 and 2 used 004-
21st of March 1999. With the massive proliferation of nuclear weapons in World War III only years away, construction has begun on the site inside 004-1. The site is to stock supplies for person days. What?
Number of person days?
What's a person days?
If that's some kind of American thing, please let us know.
Sure, I'll just read the next one. 21st of April 1999 has ordered the site inside 004-1 to be expanded to include emergency storage for all mobile SCP specimens and a petabyte database for the storage of all SCP data. The facility is now referred to as Site 62. We've heard of Site 62 quite a few times.
Oh, is that where the piano playing one was?
No.
What was in Site 62?
I'd have to go back. I think I can't remember, but we've definitely heard of Site 62 a couple times before. All right, your turn.
All right, we've hit the 2000s. So the 25th of the 9th, 2000. Site 62 is operational. Labs and containment units are complete and can contain the most dangerous specimens. Backup of the SCP database has begun. I like that they were like, this space seems good.
There's a lot in here.
Yeah. And it's not murderous like the IKEA, so...
No.
Okay, so the 21st of the 1st, 2021. Sorry, 2001?
It's also the 25th of the 1st.
Oh my God.
A lot of numbers, a lot of dates. I understand.
Dates are hard. Okay, it is the 25th of the 1st, 2001. Sorry, that's my cat. Due to time anomalies, see space-time anomalies below, all personnel working at Site 62 are now required to reside on site permanently. Families of personnel are to be informed that loved ones perished in an industrial accident. Cloned bodies have been prepared for the funeral. So if you're inside, I mean, I don't know why I would volunteer to work inside of the murder room, but it seems that if you're in it, you're okay. But if you come out of it, not so okay.
It's a problem, yeah. Okay, 14th of August 2003, massive power outage across northeast United States and through Canada. Due to the initial failure of multiple SCP generators, Site 62 was without power for 53 minutes. During those 53 minutes, those on site were completely without any source of light. Oh no. They reported sensing creatures and people, although no abnormal entities could be seen or felt. Selected facility personnel were allowed to read and said that creatures were sensed were of humanoid size, but otherwise similar to the massive green creature described. Oh.
What green creature?
It's Appendix A. It's coming.
What are we talking about?
I don't know. Here's the space-time anomaly.
Space-time anomalies. 004 seems to propagate...
Spatiotemporal.
Thank you. Anomalies. Personnel leaving the facility reported losing time. Those who have been in the site for weeks insist that they have only been in the facility for several days, and records of work completed and supplies consumed support their claims. Other temporal anomalies involve 004-2 through to 13, especially the reappearance of Casualty 1 and Casualty 2, exactly years after using 004 has been assigned to investigate all aspects of these time anomalies. Spatial anomalies include the impossibly large dimensions of the area opened by 004-7. Similarly, I can't say it.
Similarly.
There we go. The 2003 blackout incident suggests that there exists an alternate plane of existence within the same space that Site-62 occupies. I love the thought that they're kind of like, maybe something was already here. Oh, there he goes.
Okay.
It's Johnson.
He's scratching my feet. Okay, additional notes. Testing on 004 reveals that 10 of the keys open 004-1 on a dimension where the laws of physics and topology are significantly different from those of our home dimension. Test subjects meeting with these hostile conditions are torn apart, their bodies deposited in various locations, only 3 of which have been verified to be on Earth. Material deposited at 2 of these points appears immediately, material deposited at the 3rd appears exactly years into the future. The other 7 locations are currently unknown. Current testing focuses on 2 avenues of research. The first is finding ways to survive 004's hostile topologies. The second, data expunged, suggests that 002 through 13 may open doors other than 004-1.
Oh.
So they're saying, like, that's why they've bleeped out those dates, because they're saying that's essentially a time machine.
Yes. Yes.
So they don't want people to use that specific key, whichever one it is, and they know exactly how many years it was because that's when the hands turned up again.
Yes, because you might, obviously you're not going to jump through, but you might push something else through.
Exactly. The other part is they're saying that there might be other doors, that these keys might do something to different doors.
Oh, I get you.
So even though there's only essentially one key, which is 7, right? Is the one that they use to get in with no issue. They said one other one earlier, but
but that guy came out catatonic and he tried to claw at his eyes.
Exactly. So some other state of being. Here is the Appendix A, so the mental effects of... This is the one where he came out in a catatonic state.
Yes. Appendix A, mental health effects of 004-12. All Class D personnel using 004-12 return in a catatonic state, unable to speak. Some may have enough energy left to try to claw out their eyes. Of the 16 subjects, only 4 have survived. Only 1 has regained speech following long-term psychotherapy. He was able to tell the psychiatrist that he saw a massive green creature so large that much of its body extended beyond his field of view. He reported innate fear and sudden recognition as if it was something buried deep in his primal fears, and forced implantation of incomprehensible memories. Subject displays acute,
anterograde,
and retrograde amnesia. I wonder what anterograde is. Yeah, so current, and like he's not able to form new memories.
Yeah.
And retrograde back.
Yeah. Appendix B, additional information. Oh, that's a different item.
Oh.
That's what they're talking about, the thing to not let out.
Right. Yes. Oh, right.
Because it's anything that comes out of there. So, Appendix B, additional information. Item number 004-14, which is, again, it's 1 is the door and 2 to 13 are the keys. So this is something else.
Yes.
Origin of object.
Date of discovery.
Sorry. Date of discovery was the 2nd of September 1950. Origin of object. Object was discovered elsewhere in the factory in a previously undiscovered manager's office.
Oh, okay.
Description. Object appears as a large, unvarnished wooden box. The box may be unlocked by the safe key, 004-7, as well as 5 of the unsafe keys. Okay. Upon unlocking 004-14 with 004-7, the box opens automatically on hinges. The volume of the space inside is precisely 5 times greater than the outer dimensions imply. Items placed within while the lid remains open do not affect the weight or any other properties of the box. When the lid is closed and locked, however, all items inside vanish irretrievably. Personnel locked inside the box are also irretrievable, although losing personnel in this fashion appears to affect significantly the dreams experienced by data expunged.
The dreams? Off you go, Alfred. Oh, Johnson.
Well then, it's just something they've just removed it. It's not part of it yet.
So, wait, how big? Oh, it's a large
It's a box, and the space inside is 5 times larger than what the box looks like. I can
step into the box and then fall into the box.
Yeah, and it's 5 times larger inside than it is what the box looks like.
But if the lid of the box closes...
You're gone.
I disappear.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound nice.
Just to be clear, if you go inside the box and you're lost... You also affect the dreams experienced by...
Alfred.
Someone. I also like this green creatures thing. That's pretty cool.
Yes.
Giant green giants, right?
Yes. I'm imagining that blob monster from Hotel Transylvania.
I immediately went to... Do you remember The Green Knight?
Yes.
Remember the giants that were walking through there? Mm-hmm. That's what I thought of.
Right.
Just unreasonably large things that
he couldn't see.
No, not really.
His neck doesn't extend that far.
So this really feels like, to me, quite an important one in the sense... I know we've heard Site 62 before. I have to look that up later. Mm-hmm. But it feels like a nice way to set up for other things.
Well, they said, because this is where they're now going to put the most dangerous SCPs.
Yeah, and they've got warheads there to blow the whole thing up in case they needed to.
Yes, which, that does make sense then. Because they said if anything comes out, because they've put the most dangerous things in, if anything is coming out, just blow it up.
Yeah, correct.
Because I think, I originally thought that something was coming out of it.
Yeah.
But it's not that. I guess if the blob monster did come out, or the green monster or whatever did try to come out, that's also bad.
Yeah, of course. I think it's more that it's so specific to get in that also the getting out is also quite difficult. It's one point.
Yes.
So if something made it that far against all of our precautions, it's probably bad.
Yeah, I
right?
get you.
Like, that's what I was thinking.
Yes.
Yeah. And I like it.
Yes, me too.
I thought it was pretty cool.
And yeah, like you said, it feels like a very foundational piece.
Yeah, correct. It feels like something that's been set up for a lot of other things, particularly this talk about this thing that dreams from it. There's a lot of people and keys removed. So somebody who was maybe it does come later, but somebody who writes more stories can start writing about specifically those keys, different keys.
That they found another door and then the number 5 key works in that one.
Yes. And also the person who ordered the SCP-X specimens, and something, a petabyte database for the storage of all data. So whatever SCP this is, mobile SCP this is, which is a very strange, I keep saying this is, but it just says emergency storage for all mobile SCP blank specimens, which means it's one specific SCP they put in there because they know it's going to be held, which I think is really cool. I think it's a nice way to set something up.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and also they said they know when World War III is.
Yes, and I waited for them to cycle back around to that, but you never did.
But also, it's interesting because they have this time machine.
Yes, but I don't think it works.
They can't go backwards, I assume.
No.
But one of the keys, maybe it does.
I get you. And if they send an SCP, because they're like, we have it now.
Yeah.
Which means that we should be able to send something forward. And then, maybe someone's able to send something back.
Who knows?
Or they just have something else that is able to send something back.
Yeah.
They have some kind of other anomaly that only sends something back.
Yeah.
And I guess, like, they are the SCPs, that they're like, we have it now.
We have it in future too.
That's it.
That's exactly right.
Panem today, Panem tomorrow, Panem yesterday. Can't remember how it goes. But the SCP just knows, they're like, we will have it at some point in the future.
My question is this. They said that in 1999, World War II was only, and that's 2 digits away.
World War III, sorry.
World War III, sorry.
Yes.
Was only X number of years away. So even if it was 99 years, I guess we still haven't gotten there.
No. It won't be our lifetime, but
no,
our daughter is fucked.
Sods. Cool. Yeah, I liked it.
Me too.
I thought it was cool. It's nice to have just a little bit of mystery too.
Yes.
Because it leaves my brain thinking about the size and the way that it looks and all that kind of stuff. Because this was such a specific set of things. I also like the thought that this door was just there and these children ran past it and found it in 1949.
Well, it's not even just that. They found a set of 12 rusted steel keys.
Right outside there, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. And then that was it. Now we've got this. Oh, they found the keys in an iron lockbox.
Yeah, next to it.
Yeah.
I assume next to it, otherwise they wouldn't have tried that door, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, actually, it doesn't say how close it was.
No. Presumably near.
But it is just a door. The door's not connected to a wall.
It's just, they said, an abandoned factory. The door is an entrance to an abandoned factory.
But the factory is on the inside. So there's the door.
Yeah.
Sorry, you can't see that. So the factory is on the inside. But what's on the outside of the door?
It just looks like a factory.
Right.
An abandoned factory.
Right, I get you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Nice. Well, yeah, thank you for joining us for this one. Please like, share, subscribe, comment.
Yes.
Let us know what you thought of this one. Let us know if there's specific ones you'd like us to look into.
We're, like I say in each video, we're quite new to SCP, as you can tell. And so it'd be nice to kind of hear what the community would like us to read and, I guess, chat about.
Yeah, exactly. I hope we're serving something that you haven't experienced before. I hope we're doing it in a different way, a bit of an interesting way for you. So yeah, I guess until next time, bye.